In today's video, we are going to be fitting this shift shaft support and shift lever to my 2022 Honda CRF110F. The bike's only got 3 hours on it now. The reason for doing these mods, I'll try and get you an angle. This shift shaft support brace goes up behind the shifter and into the side of the case where you can see the shift shaft. There's about a good 2 inches of shaft coming out the side of the case that's completely unsupported. So that will have quite a bit of stress put on it, not only just when shifting gears, but if you had something, if you dropped the bike or crashed and hit the lever, it's quite a good chance you'll then bench shift that shift shaft. So today we'll fit up this shift shaft support and a new lever, which is a little bit longer than the factory one, and also has the springy head on it to avoid either snapping it or putting pressure on that shaft when you have a crash. The first thing you need to do is remove the two 8mm nuts holding on this plastic sprocket cover. Once you've got those two nuts undone, you'll be able to set it aside. Next up, you'll need to remove this 10mm bolt holding on the shift lever. Then you should be able to pull the shift lever off, like so. With the shift lever now removed, you can see there's already quite a bit of dirt and gunk built up on this shift shaft here. So I might take a quick second to clean that up, and then I'll show you how we fit the shift shaft support. Yep, that looks much better. Our next step is to remove these two 8mm bolts from the left side cover here. Once they're removed, that then allows us to slide the shift shaft support brace on, and then go ahead and replace those original bolts. Make sure you get them both in and started before you tighten one up. Go ahead and nip these up. I have just reused the original bolts. They do seem to have plenty of thread engagement left to hold the shift shaft support on there. I will go and check these in a couple of rides just to make sure they haven't loosened up. Don't go crazy over tightening these. No need to strip them out. I'll have a look now from underneath, see if I can show you why the shift shaft support is such a benefit. Okay, so as you can see there now, that shift shaft has quite a bit of support from the front of the case where that brace bolt's on. Rather than having 2 inches of shaft just hanging out of the case, it's now supported at the end much closer to the gear lever. So should you have a crash and put some pressure on it, it should be well supported and not bend the shaft. Here is my stock shifter next to the new one from OZminis. The new one is billet. It's legitimately half the weight at least of the original, as well as on this one you've got that spring-loaded tip on the end of the shift lever. So should you stack it, it'll just bend back rather than either bending the lever or breaking the shift shaft. So yeah, really nice little bit of kit. Obviously that's from OZminis. I think this was about $70, and the shift shaft brace was from Coppin Sting, and that was $25. So fitting up the new shift lever, it's just a matter of getting the splines lined up with the shaft, get the lever on at a spot that's nice and level with your foot peg, which is pretty much how the factory one's sat, and then we'll go ahead and put this new little 5mm Allen key that came with the shifter in the hole at the bottom. So that's it as far as mounting the shift shaft support and the shift lever. The only thing left to do now is put this factory sprocket cover back on. To get that back on now, the bottom of the black plastic cover here will foul on the shift shaft support brace in here. So all we need to do to get that to fit back up like factory is we'll just need to clearance out a small section of the back of this plastic housing here, just in this corner. I'll go ahead and have a look at that now, and then we'll mount it back up. So there is the section of the plastic cover that I had to clearance out to allow it to get past the shift shaft support. Just nice little neat 90-degree section out of the back. As you can see from the front, you can't see any of it. It's all in the back and underneath. So now we've got that cut out, let's go ahead and fit that back up to the bike. We'll nip them back up. And with that, there's nothing else to do to go and test how well the new shifter works. The old one is a little bit notchy. I'm hoping the extra little bit of length plus the addition of the shift shaft support should make the gear shifts a little bit smoother. Okay, so I just went for a quick squirt. Can confirm, new shifter really tidies up the notchiness of the shifts of the original. And the shift shaft support brace there in the well probably also contributes to the better shifting feel. It's got the nice flexi boy on the end there. The parts I used were obviously OZminis for the shift lever and Coppin Sting for the shift shaft brace. Both bolted up perfect as you saw, no issues, everything fit really well. That'll do for today's video, I think. If there's any other parts you'd like to see me fit to the bike, or you got any more suggestions to make it a bit more fun, let me know. And if you enjoy the content, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.